Hello, my fellow project managers. Welcome to my new audiobook, The PMP Trap. There's a lot to unpack, so make sure you smash the like button and bookmark so you can come back and get all the value. Let's jump in.
Introduction: Breaking Free from the PMP Trap. In 2005, the Project Management Professional Certification was my Everest. I first heard about it from my mentor, Mary, who painted a vivid picture of how the certification could transform my career. She sold me on the idea and I began the climb. After months of studying, I passed the exam and the floodgates opened. My salary increased by 300% and doors I never knew existed suddenly swung open. It felt like magic. But as I climbed higher in the world of project management, I noticed something strange. Many PMPs around me were stuck. Despite holding the same certification that had propelled my career, they weren't moving forward. They were trapped in their roles, trapped in their industries, trapped in a status quo that seemed impossible to escape. Why? What was keeping them from achieving the same transformation I had experienced? Was it luck on my part? Privilege? Or was there something deeper at play? The more I observed, the more I realized the truth. These project managers weren't trapped by their certification. They were trapped by their mindset and actions. The status quo trap. One of the first patterns I noticed was that many PMPs believed the certification would do everything for them. They had worked so hard to earn those three letters. But once they achieved it, they stopped. They relied on the certification as if it were a golden ticket, expecting it to magically open every door. But a PMP alone is not enough. It's a tool, not a guarantee. A PMP who refuses to progress is like a golden chariot at the top of a mountain, beautiful to look at, but unable to move anywhere. Misplaced expectations. Another trap was the refusal to cross boundaries. Boundaries between industries, project types, or even ways of thinking. Many PMPs clung to the idea that the PMBOK guide was only for specific industries like construction or IT, failing to see it as the universal framework it truly is. They argued that project management was limited to their narrow world, instead of realizing that the PMBOK is a bridge to endless possibilities. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. The fear of expansion. Self-limiting beliefs held many PMPs hostage. They were certified but refused to move into project management roles in other industries, citing fear of the unknown or lack of confidence. Some believed they had reached the pinnacle of their growth with the PMP and didn't see the value in expanding their knowledge into areas like leadership, communication, or soft skills. A PMP who is able to effectively communicate is worth two PMPs who are not. The mini CEO mindset. One of the most glaring issues was the lack of a leadership mindset. Many PMPs saw themselves as task managers rather than leaders. They didn't see the big picture, didn't think like many CEOs, and as a result, couldn't navigate the complexities of cross-industry projects. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. To thrive as a PMP, you must think beyond tasks and schedules. You must see your projects as businesses within the business, aligning every deliverable with organizational goals. Leadership, vision, and influence are what set extraordinary PMPs apart. The underutilization of skills. It struck me how many PMPs failed to leverage the immense knowledge they had gained through the certification process. They couldn't pragmatize the PMBOK guide, apply it in real-world scenarios across diverse projects and industries. Some even argued that the PMBOK was irrelevant outside of certain fields, an argument rooted more in ignorance than reality. Mature project managers understand that project management is a universal language, and the PMBOK framework is agnostic. The failure to embrace change. The world is evolving rapidly, with technology and artificial intelligence redefining how projects are managed. Yet many PMPs resist these changes, clinging to outdated practices and refusing to learn new tools. This reluctance keeps them stuck, unable to adapt to the demands of the modern workplace. The camel who refuses to drink in the desert cannot blame the desert for his thirst. The purpose of this book. This book is a roadmap for breaking free from the PMP trap. It's about identifying the barriers, both internal and external, that keep project managers stagnant. It's about challenging the status quo, expanding beyond the PMP, and embracing the infinite possibilities of growth, leadership, and adaptability. Throughout this book, we'll explore the traps that hold PMPs back and the strategies to overcome them. We'll dive into the mindset shifts, skills, and actions that enable project managers to thrive across industries and challenges. We'll break down the steps to move from being certified to being exceptional. Never underestimate the possibilities or prowess of a hungry PMP. If you're ready to escape stagnation, embrace change, and explore the infinite destination of your project management journey, this book is your guide. The PMP was never the end goal, it was the beginning. Let's break free and thrive. Chapter 1. Breaking Free from the Comfort Zone. A PMP certification is a badge of honor, a symbol of dedication to mastering the fundamentals of project management. But here's the stark truth. Certification is the start of the journey, not the destination. Yet for many, the journey halts as soon as the certification is earned. They find themselves stuck, hesitant to progress, whether due to fear, procrastination, or a lack of vision for what comes next. A PMP who refuses to progress in their career path is like a golden chariot at the top of a mountain, beautiful to behold, but unable to move anywhere. The illusion of arrival. The first trap many certified PMPs fall into is the illusion of arrival. After putting in hours of study and effort to pass the exam, it's easy to feel as though you've made it. But this mindset is dangerous. Success in project management is not defined by a certificate, but by the ability to apply knowledge in dynamic, real-world situations. Imagine a pigeon crying over hunger while bread lies on the street. The pigeon who cries when there's bread on the street cannot blame the situation for his hunger. Opportunity without action is as good as no opportunity at all. In project management, the bread is the myriad of opportunities to apply your skills, grow, and take on challenges. Yet without the courage to move, to pick up that bread and consume it, certification remains nothing more than a shiny credential. The fear of progression. Fear is another barrier. For some, the thought of taking on bigger, more complex projects or stepping into a new industry is intimidating. The comfort of a familiar environment becomes a safety net, but safety can stifle growth. The dog who stays in the kennel cannot expect to enjoy the warmth of the sunlight. Comfort zones are the enemy of growth. Stepping out of that kennel means facing uncertainty. But it's in the sunlight where you find the experiences that sharpen your skills, broaden your perspective, and build resilience. Procrastination, the silent killer. Procrastination is often disguised as "I'm waiting for the right time." But the truth is, the right time rarely announces itself. It's a subtle thief of progress, robbing talented project managers of their momentum. Consider the camel in the desert, surrounded by water but refusing to drink. The camel who refuses to drink in the desert cannot blame the desert for his thirst. You can't reject what you need and then lament its absence. Procrastination leaves you parched in a desert of opportunities because you're waiting for the perfect oasis. The lesson here? Take the opportunities in front of you and make the most of them. The danger of industry silos. Some project managers limit themselves to a single industry, convincing themselves that they cannot adapt to other fields. While there's value in specialization, it can also become a trap. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. Bridges to expand your understanding and build connections across diverse fields. The truth is, project management is a universal language. The frameworks and principles are transferable. Whether you're managing pharmaceutical projects, tech implementations, or construction schedules, the essence of project management remains the same. Mature project managers understand that project management is a universal language, and the PMBOK framework is agnostic. Action over excuses. Great project managers are not defined by their certifications, but by their actions. A PMP who doesn't take action might as well not be certified at all. They're like a silver truck stuck in the mud, shiny, promising, but ultimately useless. A PMP who refuses to move is like a silver truck stuck in the mud, shiny and promising, but unable to deliver value to its clients because it's trapped at a destination that leads nowhere. The key to breaking free is action. Start small if you must, but start. Take on a stretch assignment, volunteer for cross-functional projects, or mentor a junior colleague. Action is the antidote to stagnation. The hungry PMP. One of the most powerful traits a project manager can have is hunger. the hunger to learn, grow, and adapt. A hungry PMP doesn't wait for opportunities, they create them. Never underestimate the possibilities or prowess of a hungry PMP. Hunger fuels exploration. It pushes you to seek knowledge in emerging fields like artificial intelligence, data analytics, and digital transformation. Hunger transforms fear into curiosity, procrastination into momentum, and stagnation into success. Your responsibility to progress. Earning a PMP certification is an achievement worth celebrating, but it's just the beginning. As a certified project manager, you have a responsibility to your clients, your team, and yourself to keep progressing. Giving back to the project management community is your responsibility. Now, as Coach Phil, whether it's through mentorship, thought leadership, or simply striving for excellence in your work, your journey must continue. Break free from the comfort zone, embrace the challenges ahead, and remember that project management is not just a job, it's a mindset and a mission. Chapter 2, Experience over Certification, the True Measure of Mastery. Certification is a starting point, a foundation, but it is not mastery. True expertise is forged in the crucible of experience, where knowledge meets application and theory collides with reality. Many PMPs discover, often too late, that the classroom and the field are two entirely different worlds. It's in the field where the real lessons are learned. The false comfort of certification. Passing the PMP exam is a significant milestone, but it's not the ultimate goal. Certification can create a false sense of security, making some PMPs feel as though they've arrived. But this mindset can be dangerous. It turns progress into complacency. A PMP who refuses to progress in their career path is like a golden chariot at the top of a mountain, beautiful to look at, but unable to move anywhere. Real growth begins when you step beyond the certification, applying what you've learned to tackle challenges that books and frameworks can't prepare you for. The reality of the trenches. Experience teaches what no certification can: how to handle conflict, adapt to change, and make decisions under pressure. It's in the messy, unpredictable reality of projects that a PMP truly becomes a project manager. A camel who refuses to drink in the desert cannot blame the desert for his thirst. The desert of real-world projects offers endless opportunities to drink from the well of experience. But many hesitate, clinging to the comfort of familiar industries or simpler challenges. The value of failure. Failure is often the best teacher. A certified project manager may understand the theory behind risk management, but it's only after a high-stakes failure that they truly grasp its importance. The lessons from failure are what shape resilience and sharpen decision-making. The ant who stops building cannot expect the hill to rise. Progress comes from trying, failing, and trying again. Each misstep builds the intuition and wisdom that no certification can replicate. Soft skills, the true differentiator. While certifications focus heavily on technical skills, it's the soft skills, leadership, communication, and emotional intelligence, that define success. A project manager's ability to navigate interpersonal dynamics often matters more than their ability to calculate earned value. The cat who runs away from strangers cannot expect any treats. Avoiding difficult conversations or challenging relationships is a recipe for failure. True project managers learn to connect, to build trust, and to lead with empathy, breaking free from industry silos. Many PMPs fall into the trap of limiting themselves to a single industry. While specialization has its benefits, it can also create stagnation. The best project managers are chameleons, able to adapt to new industries and project types. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. Project management principles are universal. The PMBOK framework is agnostic, designed to be applied across industries. It's the willingness to embrace this universality that allows project managers to thrive in diverse environments. The mini CEO mindset. The most successful project managers think beyond processes and tools. They see the bigger picture, understanding the business context of their projects. A project is not just a deliverable, it's a strategic initiative tied to organizational goals. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. Great project managers develop a CEO mindset, seeing beyond the tasks at hand to the broader impact of their work. They think like business leaders, not just project executors. The call to action, Certification is a tool, not a trophy. It's a starting point, not a destination. Experience is what transforms knowledge into wisdom, and action is what turns potential into results. Great PMPs are those who take action. The message is clear. Step out of your comfort zone, embrace challenges, and seek out the experiences that will shape you into a masterful project manager. The journey doesn't end with certification. It begins there. Chapter 3, Becoming a Chameleon, Thriving Beyond the Certification Track. A PMP certification can open doors, but what happens once you walk through? For many, the journey stalls. Fear, procrastination, or a narrow view of their abilities holds them back. The real challenge isn't earning the certification, it's what comes after. To thrive in the ever-evolving world of project management, you must become a chameleon, adaptable, versatile, and ready to move between industries, projects, and opportunities. The fear of leaving the nest. Some project managers tether themselves to a single industry or comfort zone. It's a natural response to fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of starting over. But staying in one place too long can limit your potential. The eagle who never leaves the nest cannot expect to soar above the clouds. Fear keeps you grounded when you're meant to fly. The first step toward becoming a chameleon is recognizing that growth requires risk. Yes, new industries will challenge you, but challenges bring opportunities to learn and evolve. Breaking the silos. Many project managers see industries as barriers, believing their skills are only applicable within a narrow scope. But project management is a universal language. The principles of scope, schedule, cost, and quality apply everywhere, from pharmaceutical labs to construction sites to gaming studios. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. Each industry you explore adds a new dimension to your understanding. You don't need to be a coder to manage a software project or a pharmacist to oversee a healthcare initiative. What you need is the ability to see the big picture, connect the dots, and apply universal project management principles. The big picture mentality. To thrive across industries, you must think like a CEO. CEOs don't need to know every detail of what their teams are coding, designing, or building. They need to understand how it all fits together, how it impacts the bottom line, and how to steer the organization toward its goals. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. As a project manager, your role is to navigate the vast ocean of stakeholders, deliverables, and objectives. By embracing the big picture mentality, you position yourself to lead any project anywhere, sharpening your skills. Being a chameleon isn't just about mindset, it's about skills. To adapt and thrive, you need a strong foundation in the core elements of project management. This includes scheduling mastery, the ability to create, adjust, and optimize project schedules; risk management, identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks across different project environments; work breakdown structures, WBS, a universal tool to break down any project into manageable pieces; stakeholder communication, building trust and alignment with diverse teams and clients. The ant who stops building cannot expect the hill to rise. Constantly refining your skills ensures you're ready to tackle any project in any industry at any time. The voracious learner. Adaptability also requires a hunger for knowledge. The most versatile project managers are those who never stop learning. They stay ahead of trends, explore emerging fields like artificial intelligence and data analytics, and continuously expand their understanding. Never underestimate the possibilities or prowess of a hungry PMP. A voracious learner doesn't need to know every technical detail of a project, but understands enough to connect the dots, ask the right questions, and lead effectively. Becoming a bridge builder. True chameleons aren't just adaptable, they're bridge builders. They connect industries, ideas, and people. They see every project as an opportunity to expand their network and their perspective. The butterfly who fears leaving the cocoon will never spread its wings. Each project you take on, especially outside your comfort zone, becomes a bridge to new opportunities. Build enough bridges, and you create a network that can sustain your career in any industry. The call to action. To move beyond the certification track, you must embrace the journey. It's not about reaching a destination, it's about continuous growth, learning, and adaptability. Great PMPs are those who take action. Action means stepping out of your industry, tackling new challenges, and building a versatile skill set. It means thinking like a CEO, seeing industries as bridges, and embracing the infinite journey of a project manager, the infinite destination. It is better to not even bother with certification if you do not want to pursue the infinite destination, the journey itself. The journey of a project manager never truly ends. Each project, industry, and challenge adds a new chapter to your story. By becoming a chameleon, you ensure that your story is one of growth, impact, and endless opportunity. Chapter 4, The Mini CEO Mindset, Leading Beyond Limits. The most successful project managers think beyond tasks, schedules, and deliverables. They adopt the mindset of a CEO. A great CEO doesn't need to know every detail about the products or services their company offers. Instead, they focus on the big picture, understanding how all the pieces fit together to create value. Similarly, a project manager who thinks like a mini CEO becomes a leader who can adapt, innovate, and excel across industries and project types. Seeing the big picture. Projects are not just lists of tasks. They are strategic initiatives with ripple effects across an organization. To truly excel, a project manager must elevate their perspective. This means looking beyond the Gantt charts and WBS diagrams to understand the broader business context. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. As a project manager, you need to venture into the depths of business strategy, understanding how your project aligns with organizational goals, financial targets, and market demands. This big picture thinking allows you to make decisions that benefit the project and the organization as a whole, from executor to leader. Too many project managers get stuck in the role of an executor, someone who follows instructions and ensures tasks are completed. While execution is critical, leadership is what sets exceptional project managers apart. Leadership means inspiring your team, aligning stakeholders, and making decisions that drive results. The ant who stops building cannot expect the hill to rise. As a leader, your job is to keep building trust, relationships, and solutions. You must guide your team with clarity and confidence, ensuring everyone understands not just the what, but the why behind the project. Thinking like a business person. Great project managers don't just focus on deliverables. They think about ROI, resource optimization, and risk mitigation. This business-oriented mindset transforms you into a strategic partner, not just a project executor. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. When you think like a business person, industries become less intimidating. You start to see common threads across different fields, enabling you to transition seamlessly from one project type to another. Whether it's engineering, technology, healthcare, or gaming, the principles of creating value remain the same. Adaptability, the key to longevity. In an ever-changing world, adaptability is no longer optional. It's a necessity. Industries evolve, technologies advance, and client expectations shift. The best project managers are those who can pivot quickly, embracing change instead of resisting it. The camel who refuses to drink in the desert cannot blame the desert for his thirst. Adaptability means not just surviving, but thriving in unfamiliar situations. It's about being proactive, learning new skills, and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Becoming a knowledge hub. To think like a mini CEO, you must also become a knowledge hub, a person who knows enough about every aspect of the project to make informed decisions. This doesn't mean you need to be an expert in coding, engineering, or pharmaceuticals, but you should understand the core elements of the work. The butterfly who fears leaving the cocoon will never spread its wings. Expand your knowledge in areas that intersect with project management. Learn about emerging technologies, data analytics, or market trends. The more you know, the more valuable you become to your team and organization. Mastering the fundamentals. While thinking like a CEO requires a strategic mindset, it also depends on mastering the basics of project management. You need to be fluent in scheduling, risk management, and communication. These skills form the foundation upon which strategic thinking is built. Never underestimate the possibilities or prowess of a hungry PMP. A PMP who is hungry to grow will continuously refine their skills, ensuring they are ready to take on any project in any industry at any time. The art of decision-making. One of the most critical aspects of thinking like a mini CEO is decision-making. Projects are full of uncertainty, and the ability to make sound decisions under pressure is what separates great project managers from the rest. The cat who runs away from strangers cannot expect any treats. You cannot avoid difficult decisions or challenging situations. Facing them head-on with confidence and clarity is how you build trust and credibility as a leader. Leading through influence. Great project managers know that authority is not the same as influence. Leading a team requires more than assigning tasks. It requires inspiring people to give their best and aligning their efforts with the project's goals. A great leader doesn't push their team. They pull them toward a shared vision. Influence comes from empathy, communication, and a deep understanding of what motivates people. The infinite journey. The mini CEO mindset is not a destination. It's a way of thinking that evolves with you. Each project, each challenge, and each success adds to your understanding of what it means to lead effectively. It is better to not even bother with certification if you do not want to pursue the infinite destination, the journey itself. The journey of a project manager is infinite because there's always more to learn, more to contribute, and more ways to grow. By thinking like a mini CEO, you ensure that your journey is one of continuous progress and limitless opportunity. The call to action: stop limiting yourself to the role of an executor. Step into the mindset of a leader, a strategist, a mini CEO. Embrace the big picture, master the fundamentals, and never stop learning. Your certification was the first step, but your journey is far from over. Great PMPs are those who take action. Take the reins, think big, and lead boldly. The future of your career, your projects, and your impact is waiting for you to seize it. Chapter 5. Building and Sustaining Versatility. Project management is more than a job. It's a mindset, a skill set, and a language that transcends industries, cultures, and project types. To thrive as a project manager, you must cultivate versatility, continuously adapt to new challenges, and position yourself as a universal problem solver. In an ever-changing marketplace, versatility is the key to long-term success. The power of transferable skills. A versatile project manager recognizes that the core principles of project management, scheduling, risk management, communication, and stakeholder engagement, are transferable across industries. Whether you're managing a pharmaceutical launch, a construction project, or a software rollout, the fundamentals remain the same. The ant who stops building cannot expect the hill to rise. By mastering these foundational skills, you equip yourself to tackle any project in any environment with confidence. Becoming a knowledge hub. Versatile project managers are knowledge hubs. They don't need to know every detail about coding, engineering, or pharmaceuticals, but they understand enough to connect the dots, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions. The butterfly who fears leaving the cocoon will never spread its wings. Continuous learning is the hallmark of a versatile project manager. Stay curious, explore emerging trends, and expand your understanding of the industries and technologies that intersect with your work. Tools for versatility. There are specific tools and techniques that empower project managers to adapt across industries. These include Work Breakdown Structures, WBS, a universal tool that allows you to break down any project into manageable pieces. Risk management plans, tailored to identify and mitigate risks unique to each project environment. Stakeholder engagement strategies, ensuring alignment and trust regardless of the industry. Roadmaps, high-level visual guides that communicate project goals and milestones to diverse audiences. Mastering these tools ensures that you can step into any project and make an immediate impact. The mini CEO approach. Versatility requires a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing yourself as a specialist tied to one industry, adopt the perspective of a mini CEO, someone who understands the bigger picture and can navigate multiple industries with ease. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. This mindset allows you to see commonalities across industries, identify transferable skills, and position yourself as a leader who can deliver value anywhere. Bridging industries. Versatile project managers build bridges between industries. They see opportunities where others see barriers and use their diverse experiences to solve complex problems in innovative ways. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. Each industry you work in adds to your repertoire of knowledge, skills, and perspectives. Over time, these experiences create a unique and invaluable toolkit that sets you apart as a project manager. The role of adaptability. Adaptability is the cornerstone of versatility. It means being willing to step into unfamiliar environments, learn new concepts quickly, and adjust your approach as needed. The camel who refuses to drink in the desert cannot blame the desert for his thirst. Adaptability requires humility and a willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. It's what enables you to thrive in diverse environments and take on projects outside your comfort zone, sustaining your career. Versatility isn't just about thriving in the present, it's about sustaining your career over the long term. As industries evolve and technologies advance, the ability to pivot becomes increasingly important. Great PMPs are those who take action. Action means staying ahead of trends, continuously improving your skills, and seeking out opportunities to grow. It means being proactive in your career, not waiting for opportunities to come to you. The call to build bridges. As a project manager, your greatest strength lies in your ability to build bridges between industries, ideas, and people. By cultivating versatility, you position yourself as a universal leader capable of delivering value in any environment. The infinite destination of a project manager's journey is one of continuous growth, learning, and adaptability. Embrace this journey, and you will not only sustain your career, but thrive in it. Chapter 6, The Illusion of Certification, More Than Just a Piece of Paper. Project management certifications hold a certain mystique. They're revered as the ultimate badge of competence, an unquestionable signal to employers and peers alike that someone has arrived in their professional journey. But here's the honest truth. Project management certification, while good and important, does not guarantee you will be the best project manager. It does not ensure that you will be the most knowledgeable or even the most effective. It is a start, not the finish line. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Why do so many people chase certifications? The answer is simple. Certifications like PMP, Project Management Professional, Prince 2, and others have become symbols of credibility in the project management world. They are often listed as prerequisites in job descriptions, and there's no denying that earning one can open doors. However, the very weight placed on certification creates an illusion that possessing one equates to mastery. The halo effect of certification. Certifications can create what psychologists call the halo effect, where one attribute, holding a certification, is incorrectly assumed to represent broader qualities, such as leadership, decision-making ability, or technical expertise. While certifications prove that a person has studied and passed an exam, they don't test how well they can navigate the unpredictable chaos of real-world projects. A common example comes from the construction industry. Picture this. A newly certified project manager steps onto a job site with the confidence of someone who just passed their PMP exam. They've studied the PMBOK guide front to back, they know every knowledge area and process, and they can recite the formulas for earned value management in their sleep. Then they encounter a subcontractor who refuses to adhere to the agreed schedule. Suddenly, the neat world of frameworks and best practices collapses into the messy reality of people, politics, and unanticipated challenges. It's in that moment that the certified project manager realizes that the real test of competence has nothing to do with what they memorized for their exam. What certification really measures? A project management certification is fundamentally a measurement of your ability to understand and apply standardized knowledge. It's a way to assess whether you've grasped the theoretical frameworks that underpin effective project management. But here's the key. Certifications don't measure your ability to lead, to inspire, or to think on your feet when a project veers off course. Tom Peters, a renowned management thinker, once said, "Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders." This is where the illusion of certification starts to unravel. True leadership, the kind that creates leaders out of team members, comes from experience, not certification. Leadership isn't something you can earn through a 200-question exam. It's forged in the fires of real-world challenges, where frameworks meet human behavior and unpredictable circumstances. The story of Sarah, a certified project manager's wake-up call. Consider Sarah, a freshly certified project manager at a tech company. Armed with her PMP certification, Sarah was thrilled to take on a high-profile project, the launch of a new software product. The project plan was flawless on paper. Every task was accounted for, milestones were perfectly aligned, and risk mitigation strategies were detailed in a comprehensive risk register. But 3 months into the project, the development team hit a major roadblock. A critical piece of technology was delayed, and the project's timeline was suddenly in jeopardy. Sarah, accustomed to relying on structured methodologies, tried to enforce the original schedule. Tensions rose as the development team pushed back, citing the impossibility of meeting the deadlines under current circumstances. It wasn't until Sarah sought guidance from her mentor, a project manager with 15 years of experience, that she realized her mistake. The mentor, not one to mince words, told her, "Sarah, you're managing the plan, not the project. A certification taught you how to follow a process, but experience teaches you when to bend it." That moment was a turning point for Sarah. She adjusted the schedule, negotiated with stakeholders, and worked closely with the team to find creative solutions. The project eventually launched successfully, but Sarah learned a valuable lesson. Her certification was just the foundation. The real work of becoming an effective project manager was still ahead of her. The problem of overconfidence. Another danger of certification is the false sense of security it can provide. For some, passing the exam creates a sense of arrival, leading to overconfidence. They believe they've reached the pinnacle of project management expertise, when in reality, they've only scratched the surface. As the saying goes, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. This overconfidence can lead to poor decision-making, as the certified individual may underestimate the complexity of real-world scenarios or dismiss the insights of more experienced team members. The certification paradox. Ironically, the most effective project managers often see certifications as just one tool in their arsenal. They don't rely on it to define their abilities. Instead, they focus on continuous learning, gaining experience, and refining their leadership skills. They understand that certification is valuable, but it's not the ultimate measure of competence. Take a moment to reflect on this. Why do some project managers without certifications consistently outperform those who are certified? The answer lies in experience, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. These qualities cannot be measured by a multiple-choice test, but they are the very essence of project management excellence. The bigger picture. In the end, certifications are a step forward, not a final destination. They provide a solid foundation, but they don't replace the real-world experience needed to navigate the complex, unpredictable world of project management. The illusion of certification lies in believing that it is the key to success. The reality is far more nuanced. Certification is a beginning, a milestone that signals your commitment to the craft. But the journey to mastery is long, filled with lessons learned on the job, in the trenches, and through trial and error. As we close this chapter, let me leave you with a quote from Peter Drucker, the father of modern management. "Management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things." A certification might teach you how to do things right, but only experience and wisdom will teach you what the right things are. Chapter 7, Experience over Certification, the True Measure of Mastery. Certification opens the door to project management, but experience teaches you how to walk through it, navigate the room, and leave an indelible mark. The belief that certification equals experience is one of the most misleading myths in the project management world. Experience is the crucible in which true mastery is forged. It's earned through time spent in the trenches, confronting challenges that no textbook, course, or exam can fully prepare you for. The gap between certification and reality. Imagine this scenario. A newly minted PMP certified project manager joins a multinational corporation and is tasked with managing a global IT rollout. They walk in confident, their certifications shining on their resume. They know the frameworks, the inputs, tools, techniques, and outputs of every process group. But 3 weeks into the project, they're blindsided by a political storm. Stakeholders in Europe are pushing back against a standardized solution, demanding a custom implementation. Meanwhile, the North American team, eager to hit the deadline, refuses to slow down. Suddenly, this theoretical world of process flows and best practices collides with the reality of conflicting interests, cultural nuances, and impossible deadlines. What does the certified project manager do? If their only preparation has been the theoretical knowledge gained from a certification program, they'll likely struggle. Why? Because certifications don't teach you how to deal with the messy, unpredictable, and deeply human elements of project management. The wisdom of the trenches. Experience teaches what certifications can't. It's in the moments of conflict, failure, and uncertainty that a project manager grows. It's in mediating a heated debate between two senior stakeholders or figuring out how to motivate a demoralized team that the real lessons are learned. A seasoned project manager once told me, "I've never had a project go exactly according to plan, but every time I learned something new." This is the essence of experience. It's a collection of hard-earned lessons, failures that shaped resilience, and successes that came from adapting to ever-changing circumstances. The anecdote of Rajesh, when experience triumphs. Take Rajesh, a project manager at a manufacturing firm who doesn't hold a PMP certification but has 20 years of experience under his belt. He was brought in to rescue a failing factory automation project. The certified project manager before him had meticulously followed every project management guideline, but was paralyzed when the equipment vendor delayed delivery by 6 months. Stakeholders were furious, and the team was disillusioned. Rajesh approached the situation differently. He didn't start by blaming the vendor or creating a lengthy risk register. Instead, he leveraged his relationships with stakeholders and vendors to renegotiate terms, secure temporary equipment, and revise the project plan. By keeping communication transparent and the team motivated, he turned the project around. When asked about his secret, Rajesh simply said, "Experience teaches you that people, not plans, make projects successful." Rajesh's success highlights a critical truth. Real-world project management is less about adhering to a framework and more about understanding the human dynamics that drive projects. The evolution of intuition. Experience also cultivates intuition, a quality that can't be taught in a classroom. A certified project manager may know the textbook signs of project failure, but an experienced one will sense it before it becomes visible. They'll recognize subtle shifts in team dynamics, stakeholder behavior, or even market conditions. This intuition isn't magic. It's the result of years of observation, pattern recognition, and lessons learned. Think of a chef who has spent decades in the kitchen. They don't need a recipe to know when a sauce is perfectly seasoned. They feel it. Similarly, an experienced project manager develops an instinct for timing, decision-making, and risk mitigation. This instinct is invaluable and cannot be replicated by theoretical knowledge alone. Soft skills, the bridge between experience and success. Another critical aspect of experience is the development of soft skills. Certifications focus heavily on the technical aspects of project management, planning, execution, monitoring, and controlling. However, the ability to communicate, lead, and manage relationships is often what determines a project manager's effectiveness. Consider emotional intelligence, EQ, which encompasses self-awareness, empathy, and interpersonal skills. A certified project manager might know how to create a stakeholder engagement plan, but an experienced one knows how to read a stakeholder's emotions, understand their unspoken concerns, and address them in a way that builds trust. This ability to connect with people, manage conflicts, and inspire teams is what transforms a good project manager into a great one. The parable of two builders. Let's pause for a moment and consider the story of two builders. Both are tasked with constructing identical houses. The first builder, fresh out of an architectural program, meticulously follows the blueprints. The second builder, a craftsman with 30 years of experience, modifies the design slightly to accommodate the local weather conditions and soil quality. When a storm hits, the first house collapses while the second stands strong. Why? Because the experienced builder understood that rigid adherence to a plan isn't enough. You need the wisdom to adapt and the foresight to anticipate challenges. This parable mirrors the reality of project management. Certification provides the blueprint, but experience teaches you how to adjust it for the unique conditions of each project. The value of failure. Experience isn't just about success, it's also about failure. Some of the best lessons come from projects that didn't go as planned. An experienced project manager knows how to conduct a meaningful postmortem, extract insights, and apply them to future projects. They understand that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to growth. A colleague once shared this insight. The first time I managed a multi-million-dollar project, it failed spectacularly. But that failure taught me more than any certification ever could. This mindset, seeing failure as a teacher rather than an enemy, is a hallmark of experienced professionals. A call to humility. Experience also brings humility. While certifications can sometimes create overconfidence, experience humbles you. It teaches you that you don't have all the answers and that collaboration, adaptability, and continuous learning are essential. It reminds you that every project is a new challenge, and even the most experienced project manager must approach it with an open mind. Certifications are not the enemy. Let's be clear. Certifications are not the enemy. They are valuable tools for building foundational knowledge and signaling commitment to the profession. But they are not the end-all be-all. As one wise project manager put it, a certification might get you in the door, but experience will keep you in the room. Conclusion. Experience is the true differentiator in project management. It is the bridge between knowing and doing, between understanding frameworks and mastering the art of leadership. It teaches you to adapt, to anticipate, and to navigate the unpredictable terrain of real-world projects. Certification may give you the map, but experience shows you how to read the landscape. As we close this chapter, reflect on this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. The greatest project managers are those who embrace experience, both their own and that of others, as the ultimate teacher. Chapter 8, The Pitfalls of Over-Reliance on Certification. Certifications can serve as a powerful stepping stone in a project management career. But when organizations, individuals, or teams place undue emphasis on them, they risk falling into the trap of over-reliance. This over-reliance can lead to dangerous assumptions, misplaced confidence, and even project failures. To understand why this is such a critical issue, we must explore the consequences of treating certification as the ultimate measure of competence. The certification bias, a double-edged sword. Organizations often view certifications as a quick and easy benchmark for hiring or promoting project managers. The reasoning is simple. If someone holds a prestigious certification, they must be competent. While this logic is not entirely flawed, it overlooks the nuances of what makes a project manager truly effective. Let's take a real-world example. A Fortune 500 company hired a PMP certified project manager to oversee a major infrastructure project. On paper, the candidate was perfect, certified, articulate, and knowledgeable about all the latest methodologies. However, within 6 months, the project fell into chaos. Stakeholder conflicts escalated, deadlines were missed, and the budget spiraled out of control. Why? Because while the project manager was technically proficient, they lacked the emotional intelligence and situational awareness to navigate the complexities of a high-stakes, politically charged project. This is the certification bias at work. It assumes that a piece of paper can replace experience, judgment, and the ability to adapt to real-world challenges. And when organizations lean too heavily on certification as a measure of competence, they risk putting the wrong people in critical roles. The myth of guaranteed success. Certifications often come with the unspoken promise of success. Candidates are told that earning a certification will open doors, fast-track their careers, and establish them as experts in their field. While there's some truth to this, it creates an unrealistic expectation that certification is a silver bullet. The reality is starkly different. A certified project manager is not immune to failure. In fact, without the backing of solid experience, they may struggle to deliver results when faced with challenges that fall outside the textbook scenarios they studied for their exam. Consider this quote from legendary basketball coach John Wooden. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Certification gives you the foundation, but the real learning and growth happens in the field. The myth of guaranteed success can blind both certified professionals and their employers to this critical truth. The risk of complacency. One of the most insidious pitfalls of over-reliance on certification is complacency. A newly certified project manager may feel a sense of arrival, believing that they have nothing left to learn. This mindset is not only dangerous, but also counterproductive. Imagine a surgeon who stops refining their skills after earning their medical license. The idea is laughable, and yet, in project management, this kind of complacency is all too common. The most effective project managers understand that certification is just the beginning. They approach their careers with humility, curiosity, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Anecdote, the certified but stagnant PM. Take the case of Mike, a project manager at a mid-sized tech firm. Mike earned his PMP certification 5 years ago and quickly rose through the ranks. However, once he achieved his certification, he stopped seeking out new challenges. He relied on the same processes and techniques he learned during his certification training, even as the industry evolved around him. When the company adopted Agile methodologies, Mike resisted. He argued that the PMP framework was sufficient and dismissed Agile as a fad. Over time, his projects began to lag behind those of his peers who embraced the new approach. Mike's reliance on his certification, coupled with his refusal to adapt, ultimately stifled his career. The danger of ignoring soft skills. Over-reliance on certification can also lead to an undervaluing of soft skills. Certifications focus heavily on technical competencies, planning, scheduling, risk management, and so on. While these are essential, they're only part of the equation. The soft skills, communication, conflict resolution, leadership, and emotional intelligence are often the difference between success and failure. These skills cannot be measured by a multiple-choice test, yet they are critical in managing teams, building trust with stakeholders, and steering projects to completion. Here's an example. Imagine a project manager who excels at creating detailed project plans but struggles to communicate effectively with their team. They may deliver a technically perfect Gantt chart, but if they can't rally the team behind the project's goals, the plan will remain just that, a plan. Soft skills bring the plan to life, turning ideas into action. The organizational trap. The pitfalls of over-reliance on certification aren't limited to individuals. Organizations, too, can fall into this trap. When companies use certification as the sole criterion for hiring or promoting project managers, they risk overlooking candidates with valuable real-world experience and exceptional soft skills. A cautionary tale comes from a global consultancy firm that prioritized PMP certification in its hiring process. Over time, the firm realized that many of its certified project managers lacked the practical skills to manage complex client engagements. Meanwhile, highly skilled but uncertified candidates were being overlooked. The firm eventually revamped its hiring criteria, placing greater emphasis on experience and problem-solving abilities. This shift led to a noticeable improvement in project outcomes. Striking the right balances. So, how can individuals and organizations avoid the pitfalls of over-reliance on certification? The key lies in balance. Certifications should be viewed as one piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture. For individuals, this means recognizing that certification is just the start of their journey. It's a foundation to build on, not a destination. Seek out opportunities to gain hands-on experience, develop soft skills, and learn from mentors. Approach each project as a chance to grow, not just to apply what you already know. For organizations, it means evaluating candidates holistically. Look beyond certifications to assess a candidate's experience, adaptability, and leadership potential. Consider creating mentorship programs that pair certified project managers with seasoned professionals, fostering a culture of continuous learning and development. A call to action. Over-reliance on certification is a trap that can derail careers, projects, and organizations. But it's a trap we can avoid. By recognizing the limitations of certification and embracing the value of experience, we can create a more balanced and effective approach to project management. As we close this chapter, reflect on this quote by Albert Einstein. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Certification may teach you the facts, but experience trains you to think, adapt, and lead. And in the unpredictable world of project management, that's what truly matters. Conclusion: the infinite journey of a project manager. Project management is more than a career. It's a journey of growth, adaptability, and leadership. While certification may mark the beginning of that journey, it is far from the end. The true measure of a project manager is not in the acronyms behind their name, but in their ability to lead, adapt, and create value across industries, teams, and challenges. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Whether you are leading a project, a team, or your own professional development, your success depends on your ability to inspire others, navigate complexity, and embrace growth. Leadership is not just about authority, it's about influence, vision, and action. The call to grow. Growth is the lifeblood of a successful project manager. Without it, you risk stagnation, losing relevance in a rapidly evolving world. This means continually seeking opportunities to learn and expand your understanding, not just of project management, but of the industries, technologies, and people you serve. Never underestimate the possibilities or prowess of a hungry PMP. Hunger fuels curiosity, and curiosity drives growth. Stay hungry for knowledge, new experiences, and challenges that push you out of your comfort zone. The call to lead. Leadership is the cornerstone of project management excellence. It's what separates executors from visionaries, and it's what drives teams to achieve extraordinary results. A leader sees the big picture, builds trust, and makes decisions that align with the broader goals of the organization. The fish who stays in the shallow pond will never discover the wonders of the ocean. As a project manager, you must rise above the tasks and details to see the ocean of opportunities before you. Develop your leadership skills by taking initiative, inspiring others, and thinking strategically. Remember, leadership isn't something you achieve. It's something you practice every day. The call to adapt. The marketplace is dynamic, industries are constantly evolving, and the expectations placed on project managers are ever-changing. To thrive, you must be adaptable, willing to pivot when necessary, and embrace the unknown. Stop saying industries are barriers and start seeing them as bridges. Adaptability means becoming a chameleon, capable of weaving between industries and projects with confidence and competence. It means embracing versatility as a strength and seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. The call to community. Your growth as a project manager doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in collaboration with mentors, peers, and communities that support your journey. Giving back to the project management community is your responsibility, but it's also a privilege. Look into programs like the Project Leadership Institute, where you can refine your leadership skills and learn from seasoned experts. Explore PM Anonymous, a coaching initiative offering one-on-one guidance to help you tackle your specific challenges and accelerate your growth. These programs are designed to support you on your infinite journey, providing the tools, insights, and support you need to thrive. The call to expand. Expansion is the ultimate goal. Expand your skills, your mindset, your network, and your impact. Be a leader who creates bridges between industries, ideas, and people. Expand beyond your certification, beyond your current projects, and beyond your comfort zone. Great PMPs are those who take action. Take action by investing in your personal and professional growth. Attend seminars, seek out coaching, and challenge yourself to lead projects in unfamiliar industries. Expansion isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process of stretching beyond what you thought was possible. The infinite destination. It is better to not even bother with certification if you do not want to pursue the infinite destination, the journey itself. This journey is one of endless learning, growth, and leadership. It's a journey that challenges you to become not just a project manager, but a leader, a strategist, and a change maker. Embrace the infinite destination with courage, curiosity, and commitment. A final word. Your certification was the first step, but your journey has only just begun. The world of project management is vast, filled with opportunities to lead, learn, and leave a legacy. Answer the call to grow, lead, adapt, and expand. Your future as a project manager is limitless, and the only thing standing between you and your potential is action. Go forth, take the reins, and thrive.
Thank you for joining me, my friends. Go forward, progress, don't stop growing, don't stop learning, don't stop being a mentor and a coach. I look forward to hearing from you. Drop me a comment and let me know how your project management is proceeding or if you have any questions. You take care and bye for now.